quickly say that I'm wearing my Go Kappa shirt, so if you're wondering like why I'm wearing a t-shirt, I just want to like be in the spirit of the video. So yeah, my shirt says Go Kappa.
Oh my god, that's my baby Caroline, you divine, mighty fine, shorty really blow the pipe. That's true. Like a pro.
Hey everyone, if you're new here, my name is Mary Charlotte, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a rush experience slash formal Panhellenic recruitment tips type video explaining all about rush at UGA, and I'm sure like this video definitely applies to most of the southern schools as well, because I'm sure their systems are very similar. I'm going to go ahead and say at the beginning of this video that I am a Georgia Kappa. If you haven't seen my update video, I will leave a card for it, but I explained in that video that I am a Kappa Kappa Gamma at the University of Georgia, so I'm not going to like save it till the end to tell you all or anything, because I think a lot of you all already know. And if you follow me on Instagram, which I will leave a plug right here, I'm at beautyisgoodYT. If you follow me on there, you would know that I'm a Kappa as well, because I posted about it. So, and if you're new, make sure to subscribe. I would love to have you join my channel. If you like these types of college-y videos, I'm definitely going to have more coming soon. My last video was a dorm tour, so if you want to see that, definitely go watch it. I'll leave a link down below. Let's go ahead and get started with just like my whole experience with recruitment. Okay, so before you even come to your school, you need to register for recruitment. As soon as I decided I wanted to come to UGA, I knew I wanted to rush, so I went online and you just search like UGA Panhellenic recruitment registration, and it comes up. Just search it for your school, I'm sure you'll find it. On that form you have to put in a size for a t-shirt, and you wear that shirt on house tour day at UGA. I got a medium, and it was the biggest medium I've ever had in my life, so definitely err on the side of like smaller. After registration, you have to put together a photo, a resume, and your letters of recommendation. I know plenty of girls who didn't have any letters of recommendation and still got into the sorority they wanted. My thing is like it can't hurt to have letters of rec, so you might as well do it if you have time. At UGA there are 18 Panhellenic sororities, so I think it's good to get at least one for every sorority. I didn't get one for I think 2 of them because I literally couldn't find anyone, and that's okay. But it is important to try to get recs for as many as you can, all before rush. And then when you get here, at least at UGA, on the day of move-in, like that night, you go to like our student center and for like registration or like orientation. That is where you meet your Gamma Chi group, and a Gamma Chi group is just like a small group because there are so many potential new members, or PNMs, that's like girls who are rushing. So because there are so many PNMs, they make like small groups called Gamma Chi groups. Your Gamma Chi in your Gamma Chi group is like a leader of the group that's a sorority woman who's older, either be a rising junior or senior, so it's an older girl who's in a sorority, and she has disaffiliated from her sorority, so you don't know which one she's in, but you know that she's in one of them. They're just super helpful, and they're there to help you. Group 75, I think there were like 85 or 90 groups. By the end of rush, a lot of the groups had downsized quite a bit, like because of people who drop, but I think ours started with like 20 and ended with like 14 or 15. My Gamma Chi's name was Natalie. She ended up being an Alpha Chi Omega. She was so sweet, and like you just can go to her with any questions or any concerns, or like what do I wear or whatever, or just if you want to talk to someone. On the first day of rush, you go to all the houses with your Gamma Chi group. So orientation was on a Sunday, I believe. And then rush was really weird this year at UGA. I don't know if they're going to do it like this next year, but for us we had the orientation on Sunday, we had rush Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then we had to go to school Thursday and Friday. We resumed rush Saturday and Sunday, and then bid day was the following Monday. So rush for us was a week and a day total. Most schools, like it's consecutive days, like you don't have that 2-day break. So yeah, that was kind of weird, but anyways. The first day was Monday and Tuesday, so that's Monday and Tuesday was round 1, but it had to be split into 2 days because there are so many houses. The thing about Sunday night is that they give you your schedule for Monday and Tuesday, which is really nice to go ahead and have your schedule. Something else is that you need note cards. You have to make note cards for all of the houses every day. At least this is at UGA. You have to have a note card, and then you write your name on it, your Gamma Chi group, the like round it is, so like day 1 round 1, day 1 round 2, right, the sorority. So you have to make like note cards like based on your schedule. this was really nice to be able to have the schedule in advance the first 2 days, because after this you didn't get your schedule until the morning of. So you just brought the note cards and a pen with you in the morning to write it there. So this was super nice to have your schedule early. You got this Sunday night and you knew where you were going Monday and Tuesday. And you go around, like I said, with your Gamma Chi group. And you go with, like, I think 3 or 4 Gamma Chi groups go together. So we were with, I think, like, I was group 75. I think we were with like 72, 73, 74, and 75. We're all had this same schedule, all went around together, and that was, like I said, a great way to make friends. Monday there were 11 events, and then on Tuesday there were 7. So Tuesday was a shorter day, and then that was all round 1. 20 minutes long each, so you would go to a house for 20 minutes, and then you had a 15-minute time span in between each house to get to the next one. When you go to the houses, you get lined up in, usually it's ABC order, but sometimes they switch it up, like, from house to house, and you run in there and they like chant and scream and sing at you, and depending on the house they'll like have chants or like songs. Like, that's kind of like something you can get a vibe from, like if you like the house or not. Yeah, round 1 is just meeting people. Some houses like 5 different girls will talk to you, and some houses you'll just have 1 girl talk to you. It doesn't mean like they like you any more or less if you have more or less girls talking to you. It's just the style of recruitment at that house. One of the houses that I went to, I would talk to this one girl, and then another girl would come up and this girl would be like, "Oh, hey Lindsay, this is Mary Charlotte. We were just talking about how she went to New York over the summer and how much we both love New York." And then the girl would be like, "Oh, that's awesome. I love New York too." And then the other girl would be like, "Okay, well, I'll see you later." And you'd be like, "Bye." And then you'd have the new girl. So sometimes that would happen like 5 times at a house. Sometimes that would happen once. Sometimes you talk to the same girl the whole time. And I really don't think that makes any difference. Like, it doesn't mean anything if you talk to more girls, unless they're like having you talk to like their like recruitment chair, their president, or their new member chairs. Like, that's kind of important. You're just talking to a lot of girls. That could just be the style of rush at that house. What goes on the first day is just a lot of like little small talk, and you definitely want to like ask the other girls questions too. You don't want them to just be like interviewing you. Also, your Gamma Chi will tell you a lot of this, but when they ring the bells, they'll start ringing bells and you have like 5 minutes left, and then everyone starts walking out into the lawn of the sorority house. All of the sororities here have houses, so you go to the houses physically. I feel like you all assumed that. Walk out into the lawn of the house when they start ringing the bells, because that's when you know that that round is almost over. So then you're out there and you kind of start wrapping up your conversation, and you're like, "Okay, well, it's great to talk to you." And then you like, depending on the house, you just either like part ways and the girl like walks back into her house and you like walk onto the sidewalk, or sometimes they'll have you like walk down their sidewalk and everyone will be screaming at you. So again, that's kind of just like depending on the house what you like better, like the peaceful goodbye or like the freaking out. Those are rounds 1 and 2, and for what to wear those days, you just wear like a cute sundress. I'll insert my round 1 day 1 picture here, and then also my round 1 day 2 picture. You just wear like cute little sundresses, kind of whatever. These are like awkward little selfies, but you get the point. So yeah, cute sundresses and like cute shoes, cute bag, like just be looking real cute. It's super early both days. You have to wake up so early. You have to be at the student center at 6. And at the end of round 1, so after Tuesday is over, or the second day of round 1 is over, you go back to your Gamma Chi group, and then your Gamma Chi leader gives you a piece of paper and you rank the houses. While you're going through all the houses, you definitely want to have the notes app out on your phone and be writing down what you like about the houses, what you didn't like the vibes you got. As you go to them, what I would do also is I would like, so the first house I went to was Tri-Delt, or Delta Delta Delta. So after you go there, write Delta 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 in your notes and put a dash by it and do like a few notes. And then the next house I went to was Alpha Omicron Pi. So if you liked Alpha Omicron Pi or AO Pi better or worse than Tri-Delt, then you put it above or below it. As you go through, you just kind of like write it down in your phone as you go to the houses. That's what I like to do, because then it makes it easier at the end of the day, because you've already kind of ranked them in your notes without having like put numbers by them. But you still have your notes there if you want to like change something impulsively at the end when you're like, you know, actually like upon reflection, like I actually think I like this one better than that. Then you can go back and change it. But as the day goes on, that's what I would do. And it made it a lot easier, because by the end of the day I like already had my rank. Usually felt like pretty good about it using that system. So don't have to rank your top houses, you only have to rank your bottom houses. And that might be a little bit confusing, but basically you have to make cuts as you go throughout the week. So for house tours, the max that you can go back to is 13 houses, so you have to cut 5. So you rank your top 13 houses, like your favorites, and they're in no order, and then there's like a line, and then there's your like last 5, say you write, it's like 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So you have to rank those in order, because if one of the houses in your top cuts you, then the bottom moves up, if that makes any sense. So say like you got dropped by 3 houses that were in your top 13, then those are gone, and then the bottom 5 move up. So your top 3 of your bottom 5 you could go back to, and then you dropped your bottom 2. Does that make sense? I know this is kind of complicated, but I'm trying to explain it the best I can. You, like, your very bottom house is the one you absolutely don't want to go back to, and the top of your bottom is like one you'd be like, yeah, I want to go back there, I just like these ones better. Very possible to go back to all 5 of the ones you dropped if 5 houses that were in your top drop you. And a lot of girls on house tour day, which is the 3rd day or the 2nd round, didn't have a full schedule, and that's totally common. Don't even freak out if you don't have a full schedule. A lot of girls didn't go to 13 houses, they would go to 12, 11, 10, however many they got asked back to. House tour day is the day you wear your t-shirt. I'll insert a picture of what I wore that day. I wore my Panhellenic shirt, some shorts that had like lace on it. I don't remember where I got them from. And then I wore these like Tom's sandals that were super comfortable. You definitely want to have comfortable shoes. Don't be that girl wearing like stilettos that like their feet are killing them all day. Like, just wear some comfortable sandals. I'm not kidding you guys. And I carried like this Tory Burch backpack that was super cute. House tours is really fun, but it's super exhausting, because this day I went to 13 houses that day, and that's the most you can go to in like a day all throughout Rush, because the first day you went to 11 and the second day you went to 7. So going to 13 in one day was crazy. I was so tired, and it's just such a long day. Basically the same thing as the first day, but you talk to some new girls or a new girl depending on the house. However many people you talk to, just talk about like the same stuff, pretty much just small talk, like what did you do this summer, what are you most looking forward to about freshman year. And they take you throughout their house a little bit. They kind of show you like their chapter room, like where they eat, and then they'll show you like a room, and then at the end of that you come back and you rank your top 7 houses to go to for a philanthropy round. It's the same deal, like if someone from your top 7 drops you, then it bumps up. Kind of harder because bottom 6 is a lot of houses to drop. But more than likely you will go back to like your top 3 of your bottom 6. Philanthropy round is definitely a large cut. I saw a lot of people really upset this day. This is a really hard like time in between house tour and philanthropy, because you don't know who you got asked back to. And like for me, I had just gone to 13 houses, and like I really liked all of them, and it was really hard because you had to wait those 2 days, Thursday and Friday. You had to like go to school and try not to think about Rush, and then Saturday you went back and you saw what houses you got asked back to. So that was really hard to wait that long. The max you can go back to for philanthropy I think was 7. So I got asked back to 6 houses, and that's like totally fine. I'm human, like I'm not like some awesome girl at Rush who got asked back to all houses, like but it always works out. So don't freak out if you don't get asked back to 7 houses or the max amount of houses, because like I said, it's totally normal. Plenty of girls don't have full schedules. Your game of Kai will tell you this, like most girls don't have full schedules. Today was definitely hard because I got cut from a lot of the houses that I really liked, but I still had some that I really liked as well. So you just have to keep in mind that you can only be in one sorority, and that it'll all work out in the end. Philanthropy day, you go to 7 houses. I went to 6, and they just tell you about their philanthropy. They'll have like fun beverages for you, so they'll have like fun fruity teas or lemonades, or like some of them had milkshakes. Tell you about their philanthropy. Every sorority has their own philanthropy. The Kappa philanthropy is books for keeps. Ask questions about the philanthropy events. Most houses have multiple philanthropy events throughout the year. Kappa does like a color run for books for keeps, and then they also do a crawfish boil. So you have philanthropy video a lot of the times as well, so just a video explaining their philanthropy and going through like what they do at these events and stuff. This day is a little bit longer. You ask a little more like personal questions about the sorority. You get a little deeper into conversations because it is philanthropy. This is like longer, it's getting more serious. Like, it's not just like house tours and like meeting you. It's like, okay, this is our philanthropy, like we're serious about this. Sometimes they'll have you do little activities for their philanthropy. So I know at Kappa we made bookmarks because, like I said, our philanthropy is books for keeps. So we decorated like cute little bookmarks. Just like a lot of cute stuff going on in the houses and like activities to do. End of that day, you rank your top 3 and your bottom 4 if you have 4. So I only had 3 to rank against my bottom 3, and then my top 3. So this wasn't too hard for me to rank after prep day. I feel like you get a really good sense of the sororities by this time. The other girls did have a really hard time choosing, so I guess it just depends on your experience, but for me it was pretty easy. You just write it down again and you turn it into your Gamma Chi and then they like go do it for you. I don't really know. I didn't even say what you wear. I'll put right here what I wore. You wear kind of like a nicer dress this day. A lot of girls wear solid colors, like not as casual as the first round, which was like sundresses, just like a little bit up from that. Not like super nice. Like blue dress, I wore my Stuart Weitzman sandals, and I carried my Kate Spade purse that I did a What's in My Purse video on, and yeah, I just curled my hair, and I wore this really pretty necklace that I found at, oh, I don't even remember, you guys, I'm the worst. It's important to like have cute jewelry, I think, for Rush, because I think that like really makes you stand out. I got a lot of compliments on that necklace that day. So yeah, you rank your houses and then you come back Sunday for prep day and you get your schedule for that day, and you go to up to 3 houses. So I got my top 3 houses that I wanted from Philanthropy. So when I ranked my top 3, I got asked back to the top 3 that I wanted to be asked back to, and then the 3 that I dropped were dropped. So that was really exciting for me. I was really happy. This round, it's a lot more formal. You wear black this day, so I wore a black dress. I posted a picture on my Instagram on prep day, but I'll post a picture right here of what I wore. I wore this black dress, some black sandals from Jeffrey Campbell, and they kind of had like a little bit of a wedge to them. A lot of girls will wear wedges on prep. And then I carried my Louis Vuitton purse. Yeah, that's what I wore. For preps, it's like I said, a lot more formal. The sessions, or like the rounds, the events, are a lot longer. Therefore, I feel like an hour-ish. On prep day, someone who you've talked to during Rush, either on round 1, 2, or 3, will come back to like be your person that you talked to that day. So that happened to me at most of the houses I went to for preps. It's like really comforting. It's like, oh, I don't have to like try as hard and like start over with the small talk. Preps, again, they give you like a good fruity beverage or something, like sparkling fruity drinks. Like our Gamma Chi's called them mocktails. At Kappa, they had these like coffee milkshake things, and they called them cappuccinos, which was so funny. I loved that. Preps, they just like, you just talk to them more. They'll ask you if you have any questions for them. Definitely be like, I really see myself here. Everyone I've talked to is just like, I feel like I've clicked with them so well. Everyone's just so nice, and I really love your philanthropy. If you have a connection to their philanthropy, I forgot to mention this. On Philanthropy Day, if you have a connection to their philanthropy, definitely mention it. Like I know at Kappa Delta, their philanthropy is Girl Scouts, and I was a Girl Scout for like 11 years. And at Kappa, our philanthropy is reading, and I was a student reading tutor for like 2 years. So like if you have a connection, definitely mention it. So yeah, after preps, you go and you rank. This is like way more formal. This isn't just like your little sheet you fill out. This is like a Panhellenic like obligation card. If you go back to 3 sororities, you have to get a bid from one of the 3. So if you love all of them, you don't need to worry. If you go back to 2 sororities, like if you only get asked back to 2 for prefs, you will get a bid from one of them, so you don't need to worry. If you only go back to 1 house for prefs, you will get asked, like you will be given a bid to that house. But if you go to 3 and you only write 2 houses on your pref card, you could get dropped. If you go to 3 and you only write 1 house on your pref card, you could get dropped. If you go to 2 and you only write 1 house on your pref card, you could get dropped. I'm hoping that this makes sense. I went to 3 houses. If I had only written 2 houses and neither of those houses asked me back, then I just would have gotten dropped. If you go back to 3, like you have to get a bid from one of them if you write all of them down. I'm hoping that that makes sense. So I went to 3, I wrote all 3 down because I really saw myself at any of them, but I definitely knew like I just had like a little bit of a higher rank for each one than the other, but I really did like all of them. Ranked them, turned in my card, signed my thing, because like a lot of girls like would put 2, and then if you didn't get asked back to your first house and you got asked back to your second one, like they wouldn't be as happy. So you have to like make sure like you're willing to accept a bid from any house you put on the card. If you have any questions, just leave them below and I'll try to answer them, because I know I'm kind of all over the place here and I'm trying to be as clear as I can. You go to class Monday, and then after class, bid day is at like 5 p.m. So you go to the student center where you've been meeting with your Gamma Chi groups, and you get in a big circle, and then what we did is we all turned our backs like away from each other. I don't know why I'm turning. What am I doing? Our Gamma Chi was in the middle of the circle, but we were all facing out, if that makes sense. And she had all the bid cards in her hand, and she put them in our hands, and so they're behind our back in our hands, and we couldn't see them. And then everyone in the room, all the like Gamma Chi groups were in this one big room together, and we were all in these like little circles, if that makes sense. All the Gamma Chi groups, all like however many of us there were, are counting like 10, 9, 8, and then you flip it and you see what house you got, hopefully it was your first one. Kappa was my first house that I prepped, so I was really excited to get a bid from them. You run to your house. So in this big room, it's called Tate Grand Hall at UGA. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it because like it's not really secret information. There's like posters on the wall with the different sororities. All the houses are on the wall, and you run to the one that you run to the poster for your house, and everyone, so like your whole pledge class is there together, and they're all in like bunches, and then you run and you get on a bus, and that bus takes you to your house. Hey guys, so my camera died. I don't really know where I was. Let's see. I was like somewhere about bid day. So yeah, bid day you have to bring a bag, because you kind of don't really know what's gonna go like on bid day depending on like the house that you're going to. So at Kappa, what we did is like you get off the bus, you like run up with your bag, you find your bid day buddy, which is like the girl who's holding the sign with your name on it. So for me that was ended up being my big sister in Kappa, but she's my bid day buddy, and her name is Madison. So if you want to like see Madison at some point like in a vlog or something, I'll try to do that. I've talked about this with my friends. Everyone feels like it's taking them forever to find their bid day buddy. Everyone's like kind of lost. Like bid day's a little bit like overwhelming, but everyone feels that way, so don't feel like alone in that. Like the Kappa perspective here, they take you inside, you put on your Kappa tank. So I'll put a picture here of like us in our Kappa stuff, but you put on your tank top, they give you a hat to wear backwards, or like you can wear it however you want. Most people wear it backwards. So I'd recommend a bralette and some shorts. Some girls, like I know at 80 Pi, they leave their white dresses on and then they get tank topped on top of their white dress. Some places they don't get tank tops, they just keep their white dress on and then they get like a necklace with like their letters on it. It just depends on the house, but you want to be prepared for anywhere. So my girls wear Nikes or whatever, but you just want to pack. I packed like an extra outfit in case we like changed. I don't know, you just never know. Just pack a lot of stuff. I look like that girl with like the huge bag, which was me, but I was prepared, so it was good. Bid day, you just like have to fill out forms and stuff. We ate pizza. You just like are meeting everyone in your pledge class. Just depends on sorority what you totally do on bid day, bid night. Yeah, it's super fun, so don't be worried about it. It's so fun. So yeah, bid day's the best day. That is pretty much Rush, I feel like. If you want to see a video about Kappa, about my sorority, about like sorority life in college, Greek life, just let me know and I will definitely do that for you all. I could do like a Greek life Q&A or a sorority Q&A. I'm actually on Junior Panhellenic Council this semester, so I could do some, like talk about that in that video if you want. Junior Panhellenic is really fun. There's 2 representatives from each pledge class, and it's just a bunch of like girls our age like on this one thing, learning about like how Panhellenic works and stuff. It's so fun. If you have any questions, I'll totally answer them in the comments below. I'm sorry I was kind of all over the place in this video, but I hope you all really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give a thumbs up down below because I'd love to see your thumb. Any comments with video requests you have for me, because I love to see what you all want to see. Like I said, if you want to see a whole like sorority Q&A or something, I can do that as well. Hope you all having a great day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye everyone. I couldn't fight. You hold me in the